Welcome to the Rice Digital Stand on day number 3 of MCM Expo.
Finally.
Well, we have Analu from PQ who's showing us a game that actually has not been announced until this weekend.
Yeah. Well, it was announced on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, yes.
Yeah. So this is Cat Quest that I'm product manager of.
Ooh.
And I know, right? Fancy. And I will be demonstrating, the gameplay and what the game is about. So here is our hero. I don't think he actually has a name. This is an open world RPG. So the style of is they've basically ripped off Skyrim and put it in cat form, in an open world style. So it's there's a lot of references to it. For instance, our hero has a special mark at the back of his head. If I just remove his hat for a second, if you see it briefly, but he has the special dragon blood mark, and he's the only one who has magic strong enough to defeat the dragons. So you are actually a special character. However, your sister was kidnapped in front of you, so you're trying to find her again.
Is it kidnapped or catnapped?
Catnapped. Because it was it's a cat, a white cat, but I think he flies and he has magic. So his name is Dracoth, and he's the master of the dragons. He's the baddie in the simple sense of the term. But the thing is, you're not strong enough yet, so you have to do some side quests like any RPG to move forward and get stronger and become the best. So in terms of mechanics, it's quite straightforward. You can dodge attacks, they are shown by the red bits. You have magic, you have several spells, and you fight enemies that have one spell, and the bigger ones, like Dracoth, have several. So I attack to get mana, but this one was quite weak, so I guess I didn't have to try too hard. But there are definitely elements where you can't actually defeat them yet. They have little skulls next to the heads. So the foxes, for instance, are fire. So I'm taking some damage. But I also have that spell, and they will now be ticking instead of me. And I have a healing spell, so I'm all good. I can just punch them to death. Get the money.
I just want to point out how cute the animations look in this game.
Yes, so this was made by the Gentle Bros, and they are just a team of 3 plus the person who made the music, and they've done a really good job because the game plays really nicely. It's very smooth and it's really simple, but it's a pleasant little game that you can play wherever. So we're releasing this on PC and PS4. It's going to come Q3 of this year.
It's definitely quite unique to almost anything out in terms of an RPG sense. It also reminds me of heavily of I can never remember the game. That side-scrolling beat 'em up that was quite famous in the 360 and PS3 era. But it had very similar art style, but this has got so much emphasis on the sort of cute designs, cute animation. It's just actually really enjoyable to watch. It's something that it also makes it really open for almost anyone to play because it seems that inviting.
Definitely, and as I'm going to show now, so you have those cute little moments where you're restoring your health, mana, and saving, and they've really found the right balance between something that's technically a caricature of Skyrim, but it's playable in its own right, and you can absolutely enjoy it. There's a lot of side quests that have funny names, so they really know that they are taking the piss, so to speak. So one of them is just called meat, because you're trying to find meat for crazy cats. And there's loads of puns in the game, which are, personally, I find it really funny, because...
Forbidden.
Yes, forbidden. And the name of the kingdom is Felingard, and there's a king, and the king is called Leonardo. So
I see how they've gone with this game, which makes it really quite unique in terms of not only its presentation style is absolutely incredible, and it seems like it's very, very smooth as well.
Oh boy. I got slapped in the face right there. No, it is a very smooth game. Luckily, I just saved, so all good. and I don't think I'm strong enough for that quest actually. I mean, they said to run, but still, I'm gonna try. So those are side quests.
Okay.
There's been an ongoing thing. So I've done 3 of those already. Basically, the village is mirrored on the other side of the little lake, and there's some weird magic at hand. And this guy, so you have the guy in this one first says, "Help, my sister is missing," and then you try to find it, and you go on the other side, and it's the same dude saying, "Help, my sister is missing," and so there is a magical cat with like a wizard hat, like this one, that comes and warn you that you cannot. This magic is too strong for you, and yeah, this is. I don't know what happens yet because I haven't finished the quest.
Oh, I see. That's actually quite inventive, actually, using like a mirror world, which I haven't seen since Castlevania, actually.
Well, that's a that was a while ago then.
Yeah, there's not very the whole alternative worlds theme and concept that doesn't get used too often, especially in a game from an indie developer like this. I definitely wouldn't call it a very common trait.
But this is, yeah, they've been really clever in making this. There's a ton of references. Maybe they were actually inspired by Castlevania. They say openly in their presentation that they have taken inspiration from Skyrim, from Final Fantasy, and you can see the jokes if you know that they're here.
Our meddling needs to stop. Oh, is that?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to fight the wizard cat. Ooh, oh boy. Right.
Well, so this came out of nowhere.
I'm being ambushed by like, I don't know what the monsters with the pig is. It's.
Those things are quite scary.
All right, so this is a wraith, and so the guy in the middle with the skull actually has what's it called, several spells. So he combines the same stuff I have, so I don't have that much of an advantage over him because he is just as powerful as me. And apparently he has a lot more mana. But you can see simple tactics, so I slash him, and then I dodge, and I regain my mana that way, and God knows I need. Oh boy, I'm gonna die.
Know yourself. You're almost there. Oh, that was an expert dodge roll there.
There we go. You just, yeah, it's all about timing it so you avoid the attacks. Those things are really hard to kill sometimes, and you have to use your spells on them, which is why I'm.
Oh, he's got a lot of health.
Yeah, he's a wraith. He's dangerous. This is the second time I'm facing him, so he's basically going to show up at different times as a recurrent bad guy. Oh boy, I am stuck.
No.
Poor little cat. Yeah, but because it's quite a light game. You
also just jump straight back into it. So
yes, exactly. And you know, I can do that quest or I can not do it and move on to something else. The map is quite big.
That is a very big map.
Yes, and I haven't figured out yet how to go on the water. You can see there's slings in the middle and islands. So this is a couple of hours in, and I haven't really scratched the surface of the whole storyline. So I am quite looking forward to it, actually.
It seems on, like, if you look at the north, there's like an even underwater section.
Yeah. And a nice section. So do I get a boat? Do I learn how to fly? I'm not sure yet, because I know there are more spells coming, but I haven't discovered them yet.
So is that a smithing place?
Yes. The lady who runs the smithy is called Kit. So yeah, basically you find items in chests so you can buy them. Once you find a hat, you will always find like this hat, but when you find it, it will upgrade the hat that you're currently having. So you don't have to have 10 different hats of different levels. You will actually just get an upgraded hat as you go forward.
That's a very good quality of life.
It is very
design.
nice, yeah.
Because one of the biggest issues with stuff like Skyrim or Diablo or any game that's got like a lot of gear is that you get swamped with multiple gear sets that become redundant in like an hour and a half's worth of gameplay. So that's a really quite important quality of life change.
Absolutely, because as you can see, the inventory just isn't that big, so they've made it in a clever way. You can also spec your things, so I prefer to play as a mage usually, but if you prefer to be a fast-paced, sneaky person, or this is a ranger hood, so you have different styles you can tank up as well with the body armor. I like to have a lot of mana, but it's good to have a big sword as well.
It's always good to have a big sword. No qualms there.
No comment. I'm not going there.
So, looking at the game in general, would you be able to put yourself in a place where it's like got the lower level enemies?
Yes.
So we can see some of the previous bits of the area. I can imagine, because it'll be good to see what the game's like when it's sort of just beginning, sort of thing.
Yeah, so every time you go in a cave or a building, you come out, everything has spawned again, including the little coins and experience bubbles that you find across the map. So you can kind of grind easy enemies, so to speak. This is quite loud. So you can see this one is an easy one. I don't even have to use a spell. But I'm about to go in the Forbidden Lands, and so I need to like... Yeah, I'm gonna... See, they have a skull next to theirs. It doesn't tell me precisely what their level is, but...
it's more of a case of you don't really need to know, just don't go there.
Yeah, just don't go there. Yeah, so there is like a general thing about the dragons being hidden, and you have to find them, but you're the only one who can.
Who would have thought that dragons and cats will start fighting?
They are really good dragons, to be honest. It's almost a shame to fight them. So I'm going to go again to find a friend. Get my mana up.
Ooh, rematch.
Well, I like, it's supposed to be a level 15 quest, so I'm a bit disappointed that I got my ass handed to me like that.
To be fair, one of the other enemies got involved.
This is gonna be okay, I think. I just had to get back into it, but overall the combat is quite fine. It's just if you're not high level enough, you're not gonna manage, and the game makes it very clear. Luckily, it's quite light, as you say, so you just get straight back into it, and as long as you save regularly, you're fine. Right, so those usually I have to set fire to them, because they take tick damage.
I just noticed that you can pull one without the other.
Yes, they kind of stay in their area, and that's true for any enemy really. They have a set place where they're meant to be, and if you can't find them, then you just run away.
Run away, yeah.
And
you should destroy that little thing as well, because that thing's been...
yeah. Little fox.
He gets a little too confident.
There we go. I burn him to death. There's also some...
Look at the convenient way of dealing with wildlife.
I know, right? Bit creepy, but... So I can just regen, and I've saved my progress. There are also enemies who their only spell is to heal, so you have to... You hurt them, and then you dodge away from them during the fight, and then you come back and then heal again. So they have like several good mechanics about it. It's really quite cleverly made. They started off for being an iOS game, and now it's actually like a full-fledged PS4 and PC game.
Whoa. Oh, that's really sad.
Yes, there is definitely a lot of feeling in there.
That's quite depressing.
Yeah. This is quite a big level up as well. It's quite nice.
I don't really know how I feel after that.
It's a sad little cat, and he's had a sad little hat. And I have a sprite that follows me. It's my guardian spirit. So he's the one who talks for me. My character hasn't said a word yet. He's just the quiet type.
I'm getting shades of Zelda from this.
They have also said that they were inspired by Zelda. That is true. There you go. That was easy.
It's not a bad design choice. It's just an interesting one, really.
Yeah, I mean they are at least not shy in the inspiration where they got it from. There's a lot of hidden content. When you go into those little. Oh wow, there's an ice dragon. Not easy. There's a lot of stuff like little chests that you find early on, but you don't have the key for it. So even if it's a level 5 cave, you actually have to go back later on once you do find the keys, which I haven't gotten yet. So I know that there's a lot of stuff for me to look forward to, even once I've gone through most of the storylines.
It's very reminiscent to like the old Final Fantasy games where you used to see a chest or a box really early on, and it just says you cannot open it at this time. And usually it hosts like a powerful weapon.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the case here as well. I am quite looking forward to playing more of this. Obviously, this is still this is one of the latest build, but it's not the final one either. But it's already looking quite good in my opinion, and the music is really nice. You should, yeah.
Oh, that was close.
Oh come on, it's level 15. I would have been okay. And so when I come back up, things have respawned around me, and I need to heal.
Cat nap time.
Right, I think that's a good place to end.
Yes.
Finish the quest.
Definitely a game to keep an eye on, especially if you're playing something in between games. This is one of those things where you could just keep playing quite often, but not get too much into, because it's very easy to get into. You don't.
But you get out of it as well.
Yeah, get out of it as well. It's very, 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 very nice game actually, and it appeases to everybody as well.
Exactly.
Which is the main thing.
It's not aggressive or rude like other games we do, so it's good for any age range.
That is true. All right, this is Analu wrapping up. This is a very, very good presentation of Cat Quest. When would this game be coming out?
Q3. I can't tell you anything else right now.
No.
I'll tell you later.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Soon, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and we're wrapping up. Next.
Chaos Child.
Catch you guys later.
Bye.